Now, if you see year to date, the share prices of the shrimp related companies have declined in the range of 27 to 47%. And to understand the reason behind this, first let's see the revenue source for all these companies. Now, for Avanti Feeds, it's a major shrimp feed manufacturer and a shrimp exporter. The company generates nearly 80% of its revenue by selling shrimp feed, while the remaining 17% comes from shrimp export. Second on the list is Waterbase. The company is primarily a shrimp feed manufacturer with a very small exposure to shrimp export. The company generates 95% of its revenue by selling shrimp feed, while the remaining comes from shrimp export. Last on the list is Apex Frozen Food. Now, it's a major shrimp exporter. The company generates 100% of its revenue by selling shrimp in markets like the US, UK and in the European region. Now, the very first concern in the minds of investors, that is the increase in the raw material prices of preparing shrimp feed. Now, fish meal and soy meal are the two key raw materials used to prepare shrimp feed, and if you see the prices of these two key raw materials, it has been on an uptrend. The prices of soy meal have increased nearly 61% and has been continuously rising, while that of the prices of fish meal, if you see, it was on a surge for the first 2 months. Post that, it has come down a bit, but is still higher by around 19%. Now, in 2017, the prices of these raw materials were quite stable, which helped this shrimp feed manufacturers, but the case has reversed now. And if you see the raw material as a cost of a revenue, it has increased to 81% for Avanti Feeds and 86% for Waterbase, from on an average of around 70% for Avanti Feeds and 60 to 65% for Waterbase. It has gone up to 81% and 86% in the fourth quarter of financial year 2018. Now, there's more to this. The feed manufacturers are not being able to pass on this rise in raw material cost to farmers, because the shrimp, that is the final product in this case, the prices of shrimp have fallen. Now, it has fallen from $10.73 per kg in its peak to around $9.56 per kg in April 2018. This is the shrimp prices in US. It has corrected by around 10% in the last 6 months. Now, if you see the shrimp, India farm gate shrimp prices, now that have corrected by around 30%. Usually, it trends along with the international shrimp prices, but in the recent few months, according to reports, it has fallen sharp and it has fallen by around 30%. Last in the list is the ASM. Now, ASM list, that is the additional surveillance measure list. Now, this was put out by the exchanges, and Apex Frozen Food and Waterbase are a part of this list, which added to the sell-offs in these stocks recently.